Welcome in, Metalstorm Maniacs, to this latest and greatest episode of Fighter Facts. Today we're talking about the mighty F-14 Tomcat. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more Metalstorm content coming your way. And without further ado, let's dive in. The Tomcat is really a plane that needs no introduction. Arguably a bigger star of the two Top Gun films than the other Tom Cruise, the Tomcat has been quite the screen queen. Even outside the Top Gun films, it starred in franchises like Executive Decision and the 1980 film The Final Countdown, not to mention the Japanese anime Area 88. The F-14 has also made appearances in a multitude of video games, including our beloved Metalstorm. In the 1960s, the US Navy was directed to participate in the Tactical Fighter Experimental, or TFX program, with the United States Air Force, to develop a shared fighter between the services, much like the F-4 Phantom had been. The US Navy sought a long-range, high-endurance interceptor to defend its carrier battle groups against long-range anti-ship missiles launched from the jet bombers and submarines of the Soviet Union. They sought a fighter with a more powerful radar and longer-range missiles than what the F-4 Phantom carried. Experiences throughout the Vietnam War had demonstrated that the F-4's lack of integrated cannon and its low maneuverability were mistakes. The TFX program ultimately resulted in the F-111 Aardvark, and the naval variant was to be the F-111B. Sadly, the B model Aardvark lacked the maneuverability and overall performance that the Navy had expected, due to its excessive weight. In addition, the cockpit location made it difficult for pilots to see over the nose of the aircraft. Thus, this made carrier landings needlessly more difficult. With the F-111B program in distress, Grumman began studying improvements and alternatives. In 1966, the Navy awarded Grumman a contract to begin studying advanced fighter designs. This research eventually resulted in the two-seat, twin-engine jet fighter interceptor, known as the F-14 Tomcat. The Tomcat was large enough to carry the AWG-9 and Phoenix missiles while exceeding both the F-111's and the F-4's maneuverability. Much like the F-111, the fighter featured variable geometry wings for optimal performance at various speeds. The fighter could exceed twice the speed of sound, and its extremely impressive weapon systems could track 24 enemy aircraft simultaneously. A 20mm rotary cannon was mounted in the fuselage for close-range dogfighting. The F-14's weapons would come in handy as the aircraft saw action in the Gulf of Sidra incident, Operation Desert Storm, Operation Enduring Freedom, and the Iran-Iraq War, just to name a few. The United States Navy began fielding the new fighter in 1974. And the United States Navy would retire the aircraft in 2006. But as of 2025, the Iranian Air Force still seems to maintain their last few F-14 Tomcats in service. In Metalstorm, the mighty legacy of the Tomcat carries on. With 4 heat-seeking missiles and 4 long-range radar missiles and a solid cannon to boot, the Tomcat is no joke. Tomcat has a special ability called multi-lock, allowing you to target 4 adversarial aircraft at once and fire at all of them. The passive ability is called Death from Above. This extends the range of your heat seekers once you're above a certain altitude. Speaking of altitude, this aircraft carries the cruising altitude trait, which comes in handy and makes it one of the more effective interceptors in the game. What's your favorite thing about the F-14 Tomcat? Let me know in the comments down below. Want to say thank you all for stopping by on this episode of Fighter Facts. Remind you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more Metalstorm content. This is Ghostberry TV saying fly fast, fly hard, and I'll see you guys in the skies next time.